you had a massive announcement earlier this week. Let's talk about it. The voter rolls in Pennsylvania getting cleaned up. And the results are what, Scott?
Thank you. So a week ago, Benny, we were 56,006 active voters from having a plurality of registered Republicans in Pennsylvania. And within the last 7 days, on Monday, it is reported that that number went from 56,006 down to 25,811. And to really provide context to your audience, in 2008, when President Obama was first elected, the Democrat advantage over Republicans was 1.2 million. So we are on the verge of making history in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and I'm happy to explain even how we got that massive purge over the last week.
Yeah, let's talk about it, because you've been asking for the voter rolls, right? And this has been a pretty remarkable tactic.
Well, I want to thank Assistant Attorney General to the DOJ Civil Rights Division. I mean, Harmeet Dillon has been doing a phenomenal job within the DOJ fighting for fair and free elections, even sending monitors to places like Michigan, like Minnesota. And furthermore, we have exposed in Pennsylvania something called the non-juror list. So every seat has these. These are people that have been summoned for a jury, but are for some reason or another disqualified from serving. Either their age, they've reached the limit, or a medical reason, or not a resident, or not a citizen. Now in Pennsylvania, this is breaking news. No one has ever retrieved this information ever before, Benny, that there's a state law that says the juror records are open to public inspection. And we're one of the only states in the union that allows this. So meticulously, county by county, we have been requesting the non-juror list. As you see on there, Chester gave us theirs, and that is 65 pages of nearly 4,000 non-citizens that have received jury summons. And I do have to clarify one thing. Just because they've received a jury summons doesn't mean they have served. But regardless, these are thousands of non-citizens living within one county in Pennsylvania. And then what we're doing, Benny, is we are cross-referencing these non-juror lists with the voter rolls. And sure enough, my friend, we are finding ping after ping, flagged, alleged illegal alien matches of people that are on the voter rolls and voting in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
And so is this leading to the purge that just happened? Because Democrats control Pennsylvania, technically, and so they must be feeling pressure in order to do this. They're not going to wantonly do this. Is correct, Scott?
Well, listen to this. I'm not going to imply that correlation is causation, but look at the timeline for a second. Philadelphia told us we couldn't copy them, we couldn't get a digital, and we couldn't take photos, and they demanded public inspection of the non-juror list. Now, granted, I will say they were nice, and they allowed us to view the last decade of the rolls. I went with a staffer in person Thursday of last week, and one by one, we hand typed, hand wrote into our phone and laptop thousands of the non-juror lists because they wouldn't let us copy them. And sure enough, over the weekend, which county, Benny, did a purge of the voter rolls? Philadelphia, days after we inspected it in person. You know what the best part is? They not only removed, it was the biggest purge Philadelphia has done, with over 50,000 Democrats being removed and a net loss for the Democrats of over 31,000 voters in one weekend after we inspected the non-juror list.
It's unbelievable work, Scott. What a loophole. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Charlie is looking down from heaven, smiling on you. Like, this is exactly the kind of tactic. You can use their laws and their rules against them. It's Alinsky tactics, and it's genius, Scott.
Oh, and we're not done. Erie, which is the quintessential swing county, Allegheny, Lackawanna, Luzerne, Berks, they're all demanding in-person inspections. And if they want an in-person inspection, they will get one. And so my message is every single county, you're going to see long hair come to your courthouse peacefully and respectfully. And I promise, Benny, that we are not going to stop until we have obtained every non-juror list for the entire Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And we will not stop until Pennsylvania becomes a red Commonwealth.
What would, given your the data that you've collected in this, what would be your assessment for the number of illegal votes cast in Pennsylvania? 1%? 2%? Hundreds of thousands? Tens of thousands? Maybe 1,000?
Thank you. Let me give you context. So, Pike County is a red county, and it's very small. It's at the border of New York, New Jersey, and PA. Even that small county, and by the way, they gave us the last decade of their non-juror list. Thank you, Pike County. We found non-citizen matches in that county. We found hundreds in Center County, where Penn State University is, and Charlie made an indelible impact in Center County. And from the thousands of non-juror that we hand transcribed from Philly, so far from cross-referencing the voter rolls, it appears that 1/4 of the non-jurors appear to be alleged illegal alien voters. And so this is a state that has come down to less than 5 percentage point victories. And I can tell you that we are finding actual, active non-citizens registered to vote and voting. But here's the last thing, because Secretary Al Schmidt, who oversees the elections, said that he has confidence that there are no non-citizens. Lancaster County just identified a non-citizen that was registered to vote via Motor Voter and PennDOT. And furthermore, we are also using something Benny called the DHS WOW list, which is the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens that have been apprehended by the Department of Homeland Security. So you know what we did, Benny? We took that massive list, cross-referenced it with the voter rolls, and some illegal aliens that have committed the most heinous crimes against women, against children, literal murderers, sex traffickers. Wouldn't you know it, some of these people have been popped as illegal alien voters in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. So my message, Benny, to the secretary is the DOJ sent a warning that if election officials allow for non-citizens to vote this November, they will be held criminally liable. And I want to issue that very peaceful warning. You will be held criminally liable if you allow non-citizens to vote this November.